Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Fatmata here from Traditionally Inspired Meaningful Art. I took a trip to G Street Fabrics a while ago. This video was done, I think, shortly after Mother's Day. But anyways, I got silk for the first time. And I'm really excited as we're going into the fall. I think I'm going to start thinking of pattern ideas and different garments that I'd like to make the silk into. I will be toiling them, making wearable toiles out of other fabrics that I've acquired. I have been to G Street Fabrics since that time, but that is not the point of this video. I am going to kind of show you inside of the store that has quickly become my happy place. And I actually wanted to show you what fabrics I came home with on that day. So jumping into the video, I'll go ahead and share with you my adventures at the store that day. And then I'll meet you back at the end of the video to actually share with you what I got. Hello, I am at G Street Fabrics, so I'll take you inside with me today and show you around the place that I love. I'm here to get some investment pieces. I'm hoping that I might find some silk to walk away with for the first time. Natural fiber fabrics. Please don't let me buy polyester that I don't need. I have enough. And then, yeah, I'm just here to make good on my Mother's Day money. Let me take you inside. Let's go. Very, very simple, but could be awesome.
And that's really fun.
It is. I don't know if I'm as fun enough for it. Wow. It's magical. Okay. Oh boy. This is the most silks I've ever experienced here. All right, so as you can see, I went into the store, and on this particular day, they had so much silk in their sort of silk remnant bin. It was amazing. And their silk prices when they're in that bin are typically $8.97 per yard for silk. It makes me feel so happy. And on that day, I think I had just been sort of reevaluating how much fabric I've been bringing into my stash and really thinking about the fibers and what I actually want to be wearing from now until forever. And I wanted to start bringing in some more natural fibers, but wanted things that could still be quite drapey or have a lot of drape to them, or very fluid drape. And instead of going for the typical polyester crepes or poly satins and things like that that I've picked up, which, I mean, they still have their place in my wardrobe and I cannot wait to make those. But in addition to that, I thought alternatively, as far as natural fibers go, silk might be something that I could be ready to start working with. Maybe. And I just couldn't resist. The bin was full. And as you saw in the video, when I was rummaging through all the beautiful solid colors, the woman who I was working with was like, I actually think we have some more in the back that have not been like brought up in front to the store. Let me go back there and check and bring them for you. And she brought like a heaping amount of additional fabrics, and I also picked from those. So I don't know where to begin, but I'll just grab something and show you. So the colors of the fabrics that they had on this particular visit were what captivated me the most. Look at this. Gorgeous. You have to excuse the wrinkles. They've been sitting in a bag in my sewing room since May. But look at how fabulous this color is. It's so bold and gorgeous. Now, what I regret thinking back on it, this was all that was left of this particular remnant, and it's not that long or wide. Maybe it's a yard. Yeah, it's just about a yard and some change. So I don't know that I could get a full top out of this. This would be nice as maybe like a cami, or if I were going to color block something, but I had to have it. The color was too fabulous. Then I was debating between a couple of reds that I saw that they had there, but finally settled on this like silk satin. Look at how beautiful. The washer machine is on, so if you're hearing something rumbling, that's what it is. But the kids are also out for a walk, so it's now or never, guys. All right, so look at how fabulous this color is. There were some other reds that were really, really bold, and I felt like this was probably the most complimentary on me, and I like the sheen on this one. So you have to kind of see beyond the wrinkles in this, but it is absolutely gorgeous and just has the most, I mean, fluid drape. What else would we expect, right? It's beautiful though, so I'm really excited to have this as well. And I think out of this fabric, I was able to pick up 1, 2, I think it's about 2.5 maybe or so yards of this. So enough to make something quite substantial. So I'm really excited. I do have to keep in mind that silk is more narrow. So 2.5 yards, but not as narrow as some of the other fabrics that I have in my stash. Then I got this like pea green color, and it's matte, so not extremely shiny, but just so beautiful. It feels amazing. It's a little bit like I can see the camera through here a little bit, but against the skin, like you wouldn't be able to see through it. But I'm really, really excited about this fabric also. I think this sort of like Kelly green, pea green color is fabulous. And I would love to make a blouse out of this. Here I have one just about, maybe just close to 2 yards of this. So with it being as narrow as it is, I do have to be thoughtful about what type of blouse, but hopefully I can get something because I think this color is fabulous. It's absolutely gorgeous. Then I got these two with the idea of using them together. First, let me say this. In my mind, silk has always been this really light, extremely fluid drape sort of fabric. And I don't know why I've never thought to myself, silk is the fiber. So the actual type of fabric that it could be transformed into can vary significantly. So you can have a really, really fluid drape, you know, like sateen sort of charmeuse kind of fabric, but you could also have like a crepe. You can have, you know, all of these different types of fabrics. So when I was rummaging through and I saw this, I was like, what's this doing in the silk? They have like a bit of stretch in this, sort of like elastane. It's, I mean, it's just gorgeous. Look at it. I love it. It's a very muted color. I thought it would be really phenomenal in this time of the year, like around fall. And I got this with the intention of making like a pair of bottoms, some pants, possibly one. I think I got 3 yards, 2, yeah, 3 yards of this. And with that just a little bit of stretch, I was like, that's kind of amazing. And then I have this similar color. The kids are back. I have to stop. Okay, so switch locations. I'm going to try and round out the fabrics that I picked up on that day. So I think the last fabric we were talking about was this gorgeous silk crepe, possibly. So this feels like other microfiber, like polyester microfiber fabrics that I've picked up in the past. If you know fabrics more than me, you let me know what this is. Like, what do you call this sort of like, it has a bit of weight and body to it. It is not see-through at all, completely opaque, has some elastane in it. Like there's some stretch in the direction perpendicular to the selvage. What is that? The weft or warp threads? I don't know, but in this direction it stretches. And that's why I thought they would make an awesome pair of bottoms. So I really want to make pants with these, like neon silk pants, to then pair with a silk blouse. I remember asking the the person I was working with, I was like, I don't know if I deserve to wear silk, you know, like, am I cool enough? It's not even cool isn't the word. Like, do I deserve to have a fully decked out silk outfit? And I think our overwhelming response was yes. The answer is yes. So I can't wait to make it. And to go with these, as I mentioned, I want this to be a pair of bottoms. This is why they're all wrinkly, because this is what happens when I finish with them. It's very hard to like fold them neatly every single time, but I'm getting there. Okay, so to pair with it, it's not an exact match, but I feel like they go. What do you think? They go together? I think so. Of course, I can always wear them separately, but when I did see both of them, I was like, ooh, pick this up too. So this again seems like a silk chiffon, and it's just in the most gorgeous color. Like, I love this. I love this so much. So I want to make this into a blouse. It is quite sheer, so I don't know if I would line it. I'm not really sure what I would do. I think up against the skin, like when I put it like this, I don't feel like you can see through it, but like it's, yeah, I don't think you can see through it, but like I can see the light and the, I don't know, but I do love it. I love this color. I love how flowy it is. I think it's absolutely beautiful because it's made out of silk. Whatever I make out of it, I think I can wear all year long, honestly. And I have about 2 yards of it. So I'm really excited. This definitely, I want it to be a top. And I am like certain I can get a full-on top out of this. Hopefully without a lot of finagling. But yeah, that's that one. Next up, so you already saw the other so you saw the very satiny, almost sand washed. Like, do you see it in the light? Can you kind of see how it's reflecting a little bit, almost like it's sand washed? I love it. But this one was super, super beautiful. And then as I was digging through more, I found this one. Now, if I could only find this as a lip color, it'd be a done deal. Like this, I love it. I love this shade of red. It's like a burgundy. I don't think it's quite maroon because I think maroons lean more brown. Yeah, I would call this a burgundy, I think. Like right between, in that sweet spot. It's not too warm of a color like a maroon, but it's not fully cool, I think, like a burgundy, but it sits somewhere right in the middle. I think it would go with a lot of different things. And this is also earmarked to be a top. I have just under 2 yards of this. So that's sort of the risk you take when you're in the remnants section. But at that price, $8.97, sometimes you have to bring it home and then make it work. Then I saw this. And this like bone or stone or, you know, tan off-white, this color, I don't know, was speaking to me. I don't know why, but I felt like I wanted some sort of neutral, something very creamy that wasn't a stark white, especially for the winter and like fall months and stuff like that. So when I saw this, it spoke to me in that moment. I have 4 yards of this. This was one of those pieces that they just had a lot of. And I guess when I saw it, I thought if I could make a dress out of this, like something really layered and billowy, because it would definitely need to be layered. This one, I mean, the other ones are of a similar weight, like the chiffon material, but at least they're in darker colors. This one, like I would need to either double the fabric just to make sure like it's absolutely opaque. You don't want those kind of issues, not in this, or to make it very flowy, but it's so beautiful. And I cannot wait to make something out of it. In the video, you might have seen me talking with the sales attendant about this particular one. She was awesome and brought out a bunch of different remnants from the back, the other silk fabrics that they just hadn't put out on the floor in that bin yet. And this was one of them. I just think it's so much fun. It has these tigers and like these comic book sort of like bubbles that say like roar and growl and grr and all that stuff. But it's just so fun. I have nothing in my stash that's like this. This is a real statement, if you will. But the colors are so vibrant. It's awesome. And I thought it would be perfect for fall, actually. And it has like a crepey sort of material, but then on the back, it has a real nice sheen to it. Another thing that I noticed about the print, it does seem like they intentionally printed this so that you can make something on the bias. So when I hold it up on the bias, the tiger's face is like standing upright. But when I hold it across the selvage, it's like going at a diagonal. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me because I have so little of it. I'm just going to try and get something out of it. So the fabric that I was thinking of pairing with this to make a top, because I do think I'm going to need to incorporate another type of fabric because this is only 1 yard wide. And then I saw this. It's beautiful. It's not the same texture. Like this is quite matte on its face, and this has a bit more sheen to it, but I think the colors are very complementary. I don't know. I'll have to see. But when I saw this, it reminded me of like a men's tie for some reason. But I love the really deep navy background with these like red diamonds that have this orange and white sort of diamond shape inside of it. So here are the tags for their silk. Like I mentioned, $8.97 per yard. And that is all the time. Like this sale little bin with their silks are always $8.97 per yard. On the day that I went, they had an additional sort of savings on top of that. Like if you spend $100, you save $10, or you can get an additional percentage off of something. You can just guess which of the promotions I ended up going with, but I love it so much. And yeah, I think this could be a really nice midi length sort of bias cut skirt. That could be really cool. But yeah, I love these colors, and it's a very wide fabric. Look at this. It's like my entire wingspan. So that is really nice, because a lot of the other fabrics, as I mentioned, were not that wide. So I think I have about 2 yards. I don't know, maybe it just feels like a lot more because the width is so wide. But yeah, I'm really excited to make something out of these fabrics. What do you think? Tell me, am I trying too hard with this? I feel like a lot of folks, every time I see them with like really small offcuts, they make like Ogden camis and stuff like that. But I don't think I would get as much wear out of an Ogden cami, just because I wouldn't, yeah, I just wouldn't wear that as much. So at least not out or to work or anything like that. So I do really need to get on it to find something that's going to work for me. But that was my haul. Lots of beautiful silky things. And I have a question for you. This looks like a mess. Ignore that. But I do have a question for you. If you work with silks or have worked with silks, could you give me some advice on how do you, I guess, pre-wash your fabrics? Are you someone that would take these yardages to the dry cleaner and have them dry clean just the fabric? Do you kind of throw caution to the wind and make the garment and then dry clean it as a finished garment? Do you put it in your like washer machine on the gentle cycle with a very gentle detergent and then hang dry it? I think this is what I'm gonna try and do. I could toss in the swatches, but because some of these fabrics, I have so little of it, I don't want to like cut it and, you know, cut out a test size of it just to throw it in the wash to see what it does. I think I will have to like just put it in the wash and pray they come out well. But I need some advice and I need some guidance, and I'm thinking like put it in the cold wash on a gentle cycle with a gentle detergent, and then hang dry it, and then like cool iron when I'm done, just to like sort out any wrinkles, or put it in the dryer quickly at a very low setting after it's air dried for a while, just to kind of ease the fabric and give it a nice tumble dry. That's what I think I'm going to do, but I would love to hear what you all do if you're working with silks. All right, I just turned what was supposed to be a very short video into a very long video, but I hope that you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed seeing the fabrics that I chose and brought back with me. Any ideas of like simple top patterns that I can utilize for some of these shorter cuts, please leave them in the comments down below. I would like mine to at least be quarter length sleeves if possible, so if that helps in your recommending process. But otherwise, I'm sure I will look through my stash and find something that's feasible. But if you have any great ideas, let me know. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.